Guys, welcome back. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make pumpkin pie. I'm actually making 4. If you get a big container like this and you want to go get the Libby's pumpkin pie, and this again is homemade pumpkin pie. Turn it around, you will see there is an actual recipe on here. And you want to follow the ingredients is what you need to do. So you just get the carnation, evaporated milk. Make sure it's the evaporated milk. Because you don't want to make this mistake and get the other kinds. It has to be evaporated milk. On here it calls for 5 fluid ounce of can. So what we're going to do is, this is 12 fluid ounce. So basically about a half of this would be good for your pumpkin pie mixture. Yeah, and so also, you want to do your pie crust. Do not get the already made pie crust, okay? You have to actually bake your pie crust. There's, Betty Crocker makes a really good pie crust, and you can actually see the directions on the back. So it's real simple. You take the package out and you put it in there and you follow directions, and it just basically says 2 tablespoons of cold water plus 2 teaspoons of cold water. So I poured the package in there. Now I'm actually going to go ahead and do the steps, and I'll show you. So, and this is actually for the pie crust. Okay, so. Okay, a lot of times people use their own little measuring teaspoons like this. If you don't have these, that's okay. You don't have to. Just use a tablespoon and use a teaspoon. It'll still come out the same. It'll still work the same. Since I have mine, I'll just go ahead and do it. So it says 2 teaspoons and 2 tablespoons. So make sure it's cold. 2, and then you got to go to the tablespoon. That's 1, and that's 2. So that's it, and then what you do is just start stirring it. It just says on the package, stir pie crust mix in cold water until pastry forms a ball, and then you got to flatten that ball into a round, 2 crust pie on floured surface, and then you fold in half. And you place it in the pie plate, and then unfold and fit into the plate processing. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of mixing it, and it's going to go into a ball. It's going to go into a ball, Okay, if you want to do what the package says, that's fine. If not, you can actually just create a ball and put it in there. That's okay too. But I'm going to put waxing paper down, and I'm going to put a little flour on it. Grab you some waxing paper. This waxing paper is in the same aisle as the foil or brown paper bags or whatever. You can get it from anywhere. Walmart has it, Target has it, wherever you do grocery shopping at, it should actually have it. You want to make sure you have, see it's getting thicker and thicker. So then I have my flour, and what the flour does is it prevents it from actually sticking. So you don't want to put a lot on there, just a little bit. Keeps it from actually sticking to the paper. So again, this process that they're calling for is not that necessary. I've found in the past where you just actually put it in there and then the bowl and mold it to the bowl. It's okay. But for sake of argument, I'm just going to go ahead and do this, what they're talking about. So you want to kind of grab your dough. Have it make sure it forms a ball, one ball. It has to form one ball. Make one little ball. Put that together back. With your pumpkin pie, also, it does call for 2 eggs. 2 eggs and the Libby's carnation milk. So, just to let you know, you do also have to have eggs for this. And make sure you get as much as possible. Get it all up as much as possible. Until your bowl's almost empty. Kind of ball it. Ball it in the ball. And again, the process I'm about to do is not really that necessary. And what they're talking about is just kind of mushing it down. Kind of wax. Flatten it. And then what you do is you take it, just fold it in half. It doesn't really matter, it really doesn't. You put it in there in the pie and just clean up your mess. Throw this away. Remember to keep your kitchen clean and nice and tidy. So I clean that up. I'll set this aside because I'm going to use it for the other pie that I have. So, and then you bring this over. But washing my hands right now, which you really won't have to. And you take the pie crust and you just kind of mold it to the pie pan. And it's going to seem like it's kind of too short, but that's actually not the case. So don't get frustrated. Just kind of take your pie crust and keep you know, spreading it. And you don't want to add 2 of them, because if you add 2 of them, what will happen is dough rises. So what will happen to your dough is you'll get like a really thick crust. And even if you love crust, because I absolutely love crust, I did that before. And so what happens is it comes out like this thick, and it turns out not being that as good as I thought it was. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to double or increase it. It's okay if you have little, you know, patches down there, because you're going to fill it up. See, it seems like I need to put another one in there, but you don't. Okay. You're actually creating your edges too. You want to make sure that where they meet at. So you need to kind of press it. Just keep pressing. Just keep pressing until you form it. And then, like I said, up here, kind of go like this. Pinch it together. Pinch it together. Again, if you have holes, don't get all frustrated. Like, oh my God, the holes. You just cover them up. It's no big deal. First time I did this, I was like, why is it so little? You know, I was getting a little frustrated with it. Don't get frustrated with it. Just kind of keep spreading it out. It takes a lot of patience to do, to bake and to create, you know, whatever you're cooking in the kitchen. It takes a lot of patience, and it does take a lot of time. So when it comes to holiday cooking, I love doing holiday cooking. When it comes to like on the daily basis, I love just popping things, you know, just quick things together. It doesn't have to be nothing extravagant when it comes to the weekdays, you know. maybe on the weekends, sometimes I'll cook something good like chicken enchiladas or something, but so I don't really do too much. Even though I know how to cook, I just don't do as much because the boys, they, you know, most of the time they just go over daycare to the daycares, and I'm often running and handling my business and doing my thing, you know, with my internship and everything. So, but anyway, with the pie, as you see, it's forming okay. You know, you don't, the holes are being covered up, and again, this dough will rise. So it's okay to have a little bitty, you know, holes and just connect them, you know, like so. And the top of the crust, you want to make sure it's nice and, you know, sometimes you can make a little design at the top of your crust and make it look really good. People do it different ways. Like this, I'm just going to pinch together. If you want to get creative to the top of your crust and you want to make little designs or something in it, a good way to do that is use this little spoon or even your fingertip, or even you can actually use this part of your, like that, like so. You know, just kind of wedge it. And so do it all the way around. So then you can have a cute little, they probably have little gadgets at the store too that actually can create different little things at the top. You know, I don't really use a gadget for this. My mom probably does. She loves her little kitchen gadgets. Okay, let's see. Let's do the other side. See how it's kind of just waving? Like a little wave. That's what I'm forming. Again, it takes a lot of patience to bake and cook, and I don't have the patience. Kind of like me, I don't really like throughout the week. I don't have the patience to do all this, you know. My mom does, and my sisters do all the time. But me, I'm always on the go. So on the go, you don't really have time to do all this. It's always nice to know you can do it, though. Okay. There we go. So now you got your crust formed. You see the little wavy wedges on the side? You could kind of fix whatever you don't want to. And so the next video, I'll show you how to make your pumpkin pie. Thank you.